Hello and welcome to Matt's Casual Cooking. Today we are going to be making rum or bourbon balls. A very easy dish you can make for any holiday, party, or just whenever. So we'll go ahead and go over all the ingredients and how to make it, and let's get to it.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go over the ingredients that we're going to need today. So first you're going to need a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Now I'm using mini ones, but you can certainly use the full-size one. It won't make much of a difference. You're going to need half cup of white sugar. You need 3 tablespoons of corn syrup. You're going to need half a cup of rum or bourbon, or if you'd like, you can use extract if you want to actually make this for the kids. You need 2.5 cups of crushed vanilla wafers, or you really just want to use a whole box. And you're going to need 1 cup of pecans or walnuts chopped, and you're going to want to set aside a third of a cup of confectioner's sugar for the dipping, rolling, and coating of these afterwards. Now on the obviously, like with the rum or the bourbon teas, whatever flavor you want, just kind of test it out. On the wafers, to crush them, you can either put them through like a food processor, or I just took like a meat tenderizer and kind of smashed them in there. So we'll go over. We're just going to go over now how to put it all together. All right, now for your chocolate chips, all we're going to do first is you want to get a nice bowl that's microwave safe. But since this is a no bake, we're just using the microwave. So what we're going to do initially is we're going to put it in for 1 minute on high. And then after that's done, we're going to stir it, and then we're going to do 20-second intervals because you don't want to burn the chocolate. We want to make sure that it comes out nice and creamy. So after the minute, stir, and then after the 20 seconds, keep stirring until you really don't see everything is just kind of nice and creamy, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so our chocolate is nice and creamy, and you can see it's kind of fallen off here. So what we just want to do now is we want to take our sugar and we want to take the corn syrup, and we want to go ahead and mix these in first together. And just stir it all in together after you've poured it in there. I like to use a whisker. Now you don't have to use a whisker if you don't want. I just kind of like this a little bit more. Can kind of, so if you need to take like a wooden spoon, just kind of push it down. And just kind of set this off to the side. Or if you want to go ahead and probably just actually go with the spoon from here. Set that down, just kind of stir it around until it's nice and blended. And then just have your cat help you put this together as well. So now that we've got it, it's kind of more, not very, it's very, still very chocolatey. And you can see it's kind of almost becoming like a fudge mixture. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pour in the rum. And we're just going to want to, again, just kind of blend this together. And if you feel like you need to go back to the whisk at this point too to really kind of get it in there, be my guest. You're definitely going to be able to smell the rum at this point. And I'm actually going to get back out the whisk to kind of get this to where it needs to be. Alright, so you want to blend it back, like I said, so it's more of a liquidy consistency. Still might have a couple kind of uh, chunks of kind of dillish chocolate in here, but that's okay. So now all we want to do then is we want to take the vanilla wafers and chopped nuts. Just go ahead and pour them in here. Now, part of the reason we're doing this step is this is kind of like a filler. So this is going to help, you know, kind of stabilize it and make it into actually like a ball shape. So what we want to do is I'm going to actually switch back to the wooden spoon. I'm just going to put the spatula away. So what we want to do now is just kind of mix this in together, and we want to make sure this is as evenly distributed as possible. So we want to make sure everything's covered. I know I got a couple bigger chunks in here than I need to, but if you want to, just kind of, and just take and just kind of smash them down and kind of go from there. So we're pretty much covered at this point. But what I did want to talk about is just maybe like a nice little trick. If you have like a warmer, like a heat pad, you can always actually put it in like another bowl, obviously bigger than this one, and turn it to like a medium setting to actually melt the chocolate. And you can keep the chocolate kind of warm while you're working with it if you don't have a microwave, you have a heating pad. So you can certainly go that route. But all we're going to do now is everything, like I said, is evenly distributed. Just kind of flatten it down. What we're going to do now, and I'm just going to scrape off some of this extra stuff and make sure I get all the chocolatey goodness in there. So what we're going to do now is you just want to cover your bowl with whatever you want, and we're going to refrigerate it for a couple hours or until it's kind of solid, and then we're going to take it out, and then I'll show you the next step, which is really easy. So, all right, I will see you in a couple hours. All right, so it's been about 4 hours since we put this in the refrigerator. Now it really does look like taco meat, but trust me, this is a very sweet treat once you make it. So you got a couple ways you can do this. If you want to take like a spoon or your hands, as you can see I'm wearing latex gloves for this, or if you want to use like an ice cream scoop for it. Really just kind of what you want to whatever get it into a ball. But I'm going to use the ice cream scoop and then mold the ball into my hands, and we're going to put it into just dip it into confectioner's sugar, or if you want to shape it into a ball, put it on here and just kind of sprinkle on the confectioner's sugar. And it's entirely up to you. I mean, this is your food. Do it how you want. So just take a nice scoop. I'm just gonna take it out. I guess it depends. You can, if you want to take half of it out, you certainly can. This is a pretty big one. Kind of mold it into a ball. Just move it around. And really, that's it. If you want to try to tap it, try to get some of the excess powdered sugar off, you can. And then just set it onto your serving tray. And that's really all you need to do. Now, the other option for this I forgot to mention is you can make it the night before, and then all you have to do is put it in the refrigerator, and what that's going to do is it's actually going to blend more of the flavors together as well, and you're going to get more more of the tasting of like the bourbon or the rum, the longer you hold it together. Now you can also make this about a week in advance of whatever you're doing. So if you want to make it a week in advance, put it in a container with some like parchment paper, I would say, and then just leave it in there about a week, and that's really going to, again, help the flavors blend together. So if you enjoyed making this recipe, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more yummy videos that will come your way. So I want to thank you for watching. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and take care.